Hello there. After weeks of chaotic turmoil in the UK, things have calmed down a bit, at least on the executive floor. However, things are very different on the streets. At the weekend, thousands upon thousands demonstrated in London against the high cost of living. Tories out is the demand made by a coalition of unions and community organizations. And the title of the protest was Britain is Broken. Hardly anyone in the country believes that the current government can fix the country's problems again. The opposition has repeatedly called for new elections, but we all know why they're not doing this. We know that Rishi Sunak is the richest member of parliament. It's not representative of working class people who are suffering the most from the effects of Tory policies, for example, said Labour MP Afsana Begum. Inflation in Great Britain is currently at a good 11%, which is particularly felt by the poorest. For the people, that means either they eat or they heat, emphasizes Ramona McCartney of the People's Assembly Union. They can't afford their utility bills, they can't afford their groceries, they can't afford their mortgages and rent. This has to be changed, and fast, she said. Due to the urgent domestic political issues, the new British Prime Minister Sunak initially wanted to forego participation in the climate conference in Egypt. After criticism, the U-turn followed, and the climate is also pressing, and Sunak is traveling to the United Nations meeting despite unrest in the country. As I said, it was contrary to his previous plans, and so he now wants to take part still, even if the king still can't anymore. There is no long-term prosperity without action on climate change. There is no energy security without investing in renewable energy. That's what Sunak wrote on Twitter on Wednesday. And that is his claim why he will take part in the climate conference in Sharm el-Sheikh. At the invitation of the United Nations, around 200 countries will spend 2 weeks struggling to find a way to contain global warming to a level that is still they always put it on tolerable. It is the first reversal of his government, or his first U-turn, which is just over 1.5 weeks old. Sunak initially did not want to take part because he wanted to concentrate on domestic political challenges and the medium-term budget plan due on November 17th. Last year, Great Britain hosted the World Climate Conference and will hold the presidency until the start, or held it until the next summit started. The deputy leader of the opposition Labour Party, Angela Rayner, described the U-turn as embarrassing. In a way, Sunak was beaten to do the right thing, as they put it. There was also disagreement as to whether King Charles III could attend the summit. Sunak's predecessor Liz Truss is said to have advised the monarch, a long-life, passionate climate protection pioneer, against the trip and thus effectively blocked it. Charles now wants to hold a reception in London, or wanted to hold a reception before the summit began, and the US climate chief John Kerry was expected there as well. So that was the first U-turn of Sunak we saw. We will see how many there will be. And I'll see you in my next video. I'll be back.